I know I haven't really been posting. I've got a little bit lazy, I can't lie. And I've actually been back at work for the last week, so I kind of struggle to make videos because by the time I get home from work, it's just long and I have to ride. And as a lot of you probably realise, when you try and make vlogs, everything takes twice as long because you have to video it. Today's video is going to be like a jump in the horses, getting ready for a show. So I've set out a course, which I will show you in a second. And yeah, I'm just going to be treating it like it's a show. I have a warm-up jump where it's just across, and I'll just be jumping that a couple of times, putting up to an upright, jumping that a couple of times, maybe putting up an oxar to warm up over that, and then I'll literally just go straight around the course. And yeah, my aim will just be to get them round, especially Ryan. I just want to get him round first time because he's been a bit spooky with all the new jumps. So yeah, I just wanted to get him round without any stops. And then I will basically talk you through what went wrong, what went well, what we could have improved on. And yeah, then we'll put it up, do the same thing, and then the same with Brian. So yeah, I'll bring you along for that, and I'm just going to go and get Ryan in now as he's going first. And yeah, we'll go get him in from the field. So this is the course that I'd set up. As you can see, I just put up a few different lines as well as a triple, which will be interesting to see how Ryan jumps, as he's never actually jumped a triple before. So I've just grabbed all my tack out, and now I'm going to grab some treats and go and get Ryan in. Just hey! Oh, you got flies right in your eyes. Do some hay, you want a treat? Good boy. You're not coming in yet. Oh, I should really put a fly mask on you. Then we have Mr. Ryan. Shall I bring you in? Do you want to just come in? I might just bring you in as well. Let's just bring them both in. Bring them both in. He can go in a stable and wait. And this little munchkin. Yeah. So, got both of the boys. Brian and his dog there. And then, how miserable Brian is all the time. And then we've got Happy behind me. So yeah, I'm just gonna put them in. Brian can go in his stable and wait because he's a bit bored out there. Oh, Brian really hates him. And yeah, the flies are quite bad, and I forgot to bring the fly mask out, so I'd rather him just be in. So I'm hopefully just going to talk you through things a little bit without boring you all, of course. So here are some videos of me just schooling Ryan in. As you will be able to see, I just do a lot of circles and changing the rein and a lot of transitions, but my mum didn't really video a lot of it as she was off doing different things. So yeah, I just like to do a lot of different exercises and just getting him listening and working in an outline and all relaxed. And he actually worked in really nicely today. I'm really happy with him. Then I started to do some canter work. So as you can see, we've been really working on his walk to canter transitions, just getting him to push from behind. And although that was a little bit, it wasn't the best, it still was okay. He still didn't get tense, although he did lift his head up a little bit. But as you can see, he's a lot more relaxed now in the canter. I mean, my goal is to have him a little bit more long and low rather than so upright. But I'm sure we'll get there in time, and it's honestly a huge improvement considering how he used to be. Then we moved on to the other rein. As you can see, his walk to canter transition on the other rein was a lot smoother. He was a lot more relaxed through the transition, which I was really happy with. He does find it a little bit harder on this rein to stay relaxed, but we are certainly working on that, and he is getting better. He also finds it a little bit harder to bend on this rein, so that is definitely something that we have been trying to work on. But as you can see, his canter has improved a lot, and yeah, it's just going really well at the moment, and I'm really happy with him. As you will see in a sec, he just shoots away from my leg a little bit when I asked for a downwards transition. But what I really liked about it was that he did just settle back into it, as you can see there, rather than stay intense. Then we started to jump. As you can see, we just put up a little cross pole, and I jumped it a few times on each rein, but Mum didn't get it all on video. But what I really did like about it was that he stayed in a rhythm and didn't shoot away from me, which used to be a big problem of ours. So as you can see here, he did get a little bit tense, but then he actually listened to me. And I'm finding it a lot easier now to get him back to me after the jumps, whereas before he would just like lock his head and just go off. So yeah, he jumped that upright really nicely as well. He actually thought about what he was doing and actually backed off rather than just flattening it. Now we moved on to going straight around the course like we would at a show. He actually was really good around here. I mean, it may not look the smoothest. As you can see there, he did kind of leap forward a little bit. But what I was really happy about this round was that he did just jump straight round rather than messing about, rather than stopping. He did just go round and jump pretty well. I mean, I did miss there, which didn't really help. And he's still learning how to change his leg after jumps, which is something that we need to work on. But yeah, I mean, this is his first time he's ever jumped a triple, and I thought he jumped for it quite nicely. As you can see, he got a little bit excited afterwards, but I thought I managed to get him back quite nicely afterwards. And he jumped that green quite nicely. But as you can see, he does get a little bit more excited as we go along, which is definitely something we have to work on. So this was the second time that he jumped round. I will just let you watch it. Again, didn't fly and change, but we'll get there. So I'm just going to butt in here. I did completely miss out that green jump, which was a complete failure from me. But instead, I just carried on coming round to this red and yellow. As you'll probably be able to notice, as we go along the course, as we get further around, he does seem to get quicker and quicker, which is definitely a massive thing that we need to work on, as he does exactly the same in the arena. But he definitely comes back to me more now, which is really helpful. And he has started to listen a lot more and to respect me more now, which I'm really happy with.
Much better. Good boy.
So I think this was the last little small course that we did. I did get him a little bit deep into this, so he did have it down, as you can see there. But then that's all with learning, and he will learn how to snap up, hopefully, soon, and respect the jumps more. But that's just a baby mistake. He jumped through this triple, I thought, really nicely. A big thing that we do definitely need to work on with him is getting him to snap up in front and actually use his shoulders. But as I said, that is just him being a baby. And then we just did this line once more, which I was really happy with. The distance was a little bit longer than I would have hoped, but he did jump through it quite nicely, and he did actually pick up quite well coming out, so yeah. So I've just got off of Ryan, and as you can see, he's been washed off, and he's at the moment under the fan. He was so good, like, honestly. I have no idea if you can even hear me or not. Ow, just nearly bit my finger. Yeah, he was so good. Like, with him, all we really worked on was getting him round first time, like it was a show. And the first time round, it wasn't really about how it looked. It was more about him feeling confident and going round first time, which is exactly what he did. He didn't have any stops, which his first session in a while, actually, he hasn't stopped because of the new jumps. He's just been very spooky, but he jumped straight round them all, literally first time, which was really good. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy with him. So now he's going to go out, and then I will get Brian ready. Brian is over in Ryan's stable back there. So yeah. Now it is Hazel's turn. Oh, you'll be happy. Next up is Brian. So I'm just going to take him over to the wash bay and solarium area and get him ready. So I'll do a time lapse of that, and then I will see you when I'm on board. So here is the dressage diva, not. The thing is with Brian is he's never going to be amazing at schooling, as he's quite naturally a tense horse and doesn't like working in a lower outline. So yeah, I mean, I've tried it a lot of times, but he just genuinely doesn't like it. And the thing is, he's 15 now. I don't want to try and change the way he's going, and if he's happy with his head higher at times, I just have to get over it, even though sometimes he does look more like a camel than a horse. Then I had a canter. Cantering on this rein with him is pretty hard, because on this rein especially, he's very tense, and he starts off quite nicely, like the first half a lap, and then as you can see here, he just doesn't want to go low. So the more I try and get him to lower his head, the more he doesn't want to do it. So yeah, I just kind of have to let him go the way that he wants to go, which I know a lot of people will be like, you shouldn't really do that. But at the end of the day, it's not like I need him to improve on his jumping. Like, he's perfectly fine. So I'd rather just let him go how he wants to, rather than stress him out. Sometimes he's such a baby though. Like, I literally ask him to circle around the jumps like here. As you can see how much he tenses up, and it's honestly a pain in the butt sometimes, but that is just him. Like, he's so spooky, especially around jumps, like trying to school him around jumps, whereas you have Ryan, who's a 5-year-old, that literally will school around them and not look at them. So then I just did the same as I did with Ryan and just popped him over across a couple of times, and then put it up to an upright and popped him over that a couple of times before I jumped him around the course. Wow, great strike that was there, Keris. So this was the course that we did. I started him over the green and white, and he actually jumped that quite nicely. He definitely jumps better in a more forward rhythm. So yeah, I thought he jumped around that first course pretty nicely. He did get a little bit tense at times, but that is just him. So this is the second course. As you can see, after that red and yellow jump, he does like to lock his jaw and go off of me, but that is honestly something that he has done for so long now, and honestly, the more I try and fight with him, he just does not have any of it. So then he jumped through that triple really, really well. I was quite happy with him. He actually backed himself off the middle part and jumped it really nicely.
Good boy.
So this was the last course that we did. As you will see, after this red and yellow jump, he really locked his jaw and went off of me, and I struggled to get him back, which he does quite a lot at home. He definitely gets a little bit more excited at home when jumping, which didn't really help around that corner. And as you will see here, yeah, he had that down, but this is literally just training at home, and we're allowed to make mistakes at home as long as it's not at a show. So I got him quite deep into the first part of that triple, but I thought he jumped through it really nicely considering. And then this was the last little line. So I thought he jumped the first part really nicely. He actually backed himself off and jumped over it rather than across. And then obviously we went round the green and white to the water tray. He, as you'll probably be able to tell, he probably backs himself off the water tray. He would much rather not touch it. He honestly would never have a pole down over a water tray because he just refuses to touch the poles, which I mean is good in a way that he's careful, but sometimes a little too careful. So I just finished jumping Ryan. Sorry about my hand, I'm sitting. He jumped really well actually. I mean, here's a bit of a pain with the water tray over the back. He really hates water trays, so that's probably why. But yeah, this is what he jumped. He's jumped actually since coming back into work. Yeah, he jumped really well. I mean, he does definitely jump better when they're bigger, but that jump is his nemesis. So yeah, you can see how sweaty he is. But yeah, no, he jumped really well, and I am really happy with him. He's flicking himself in the face with a flash. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and untack him, and he can go back out in the field. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope it was a good video and you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and definitely comment if you have any video ideas that you want me to do, any like jumping exercise videos, stuff like that. And yeah,